Ever feel like you're fighting an uphill battle in your garden? Last year, I dumped 3 bags of fertilizer on this bed and still harvested 6 scrawny tomatoes. Talk about a letdown. This year, though, I added nothing but a single bucket of compost, and the plants went absolutely wild. We're talking 81 pounds of fruit from the exact same space. Incredible, right? The only thing that truly changed was the soil underneath. Stick around, and I'll show you how to flip that hidden switch in your own garden, turning it from a chore into a joy. Most of us treat soil like a lifeless container, pouring on chemicals the way we'd chug energy drinks. It works for a week, then the crash hits. Compacted dirt, yellow leaves, pests that laugh at your spray bottle. That's because we're gardening upside down, aren't we? Healthy plants don't come from what we feed the plant. They come from what we feed the life in the soil. Think about it. 1 tiny teaspoon of living soil can hold more microbes than there are people on Earth. Ignore them, and you're essentially gardening with half the team benched. Meet the underground crew. Picture a farmer's market where the vendors never sleep. Down there, bacteria tirelessly mine minerals, fungi shuttle phosphorus, springtails shred leaves, and predatory nematodes police the stalls. Your plants pay in sugary root exudates, basically carbon cupcakes. And in return, the market delivers every nutrient on the menu, perfectly timed and tailored. But here's the kicker. Chemical fertilizers bypass this entire thriving market. The stalls shut down because the plants no longer need to trade. After a season or two, you're left paying import prices for nutrients the soil used to deliver free. 3 moves that wake the soil. Alright, so how do we get this party started? It's simpler than you might think. Just 3 core moves that truly wake up your soil. First, lay on compost like you're generously frosting a cake. A good 2 inches, just once a year, no need to dig it in. The worms will handle the incorporation and send you an invoice later. This isn't just about nutrients, it's about feeding the microbial workforce directly. Second, keep that ground covered. Always. A living mulch, clover, lettuce volunteers, even dandelions, protects the microbes from sunburn and drought. Think of it as their cozy home. And third, stop tilling. Seriously, just stop. Every turn of that fork or tiller blade is like a devastating tornado ripping through the intricate fungal highways that took months to build. Do these 3 things consistently, and you'll find your soil food web begins to reboot and thrive in about 8 weeks. If you're tired of playing personal trainer to every plant, constantly battling pests and nutrient deficiencies, then you absolutely need to hit that subscribe button. I drop new videos every Friday, packed with insights and practical tips that will make your garden work harder than you do. Unlock more effortless abundance. I'm not just talking theory here. I put this to the test in my own backyard. I literally split my main veggie plot right down the middle. One side received the standard bagged chemical fertilizer. The other side? Only compost and a generous layer of mulch. No chemicals whatsoever. By midsummer, the differences were absolutely jaw-dropping. The living soil half boasted double the leaf mass, looked vibrantly healthier, and when I started digging, I found quadruple the earthworm count. Plus, it needed a staggering 30% less water to thrive. But here's the real kicker: Brix readings. Think of Brix as the plant's blood sugar level, a direct indicator of its health and nutrient density. The living soil plants showed Brix readings 22% higher, which translates directly to incredibly sweeter, more flavorful tomatoes, and guess what? 0 aphid parties. Meanwhile, the chemical beds? They demanded 2 extra feedings just to stay afloat and still attracted whiteflies like a neon sign. The proof, as they say, is in the pudding, or in this case, the plants. Common speed bumps. Now, I've seen some common speed bumps on this journey. For instance, some folks will try adding compost once, leave their soil completely bare, and then scratch their heads, complaining that nothing really changed. Well, imagine trying to live outside without a roof. Microbes absolutely hate a naked floor. That mulch isn't just for looks, it's their essential roof, their protective blanket. Another common misstep? Going overboard with raw manure. While manure can be great, using too much or using it improperly can actually salt the soil, burning your plants instead of feeding them. The key is to stick to well-finished compost, the kind that smells rich, earthy, and sweet, never sharp like ammonia. And perhaps the biggest hurdle of all, patience. Living soil is a magnificent slow cooker, not a microwave. It builds resilience over time. Don't expect instant miracles. Give it 2 seasons before you judge the menu. You'll be amazed. The beauty of living soil is its universal applicability. It doesn't matter if you're working with a tiny balcony or sprawling acres. The principles remain beautifully consistent. Got a balcony? Just stir a handful of compost into a 5-gallon pot, top with straw, and let a single tomato plant feed the bacteria. They'll do the heavy lifting. Acres? Spread compost broad fork wide, seed a diverse cover crop cocktail, and graze chickens over it once. The method might adapt, but the core principle stays the same. Feed the soil, and the soil feeds everything else. So, close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. Next summer, you walk into your garden, not dreading a battle, but anticipating abundance. You reach down, effortlessly pull out a vibrant carrot, no fork or struggle needed, maybe even bite into it right there in the sunshine, tasting not just sweetness, but the very essence of sunrise and fresh rain. That's not some far-off fantasy soil, something only for the experts. It's simply soil that's alive and thriving. And getting there is easier than you think. Start small, start simple. Pick just one bed, grab 1 bucket of good compost, and add 1 generous layer of mulch. Make that commitment. The tireless microbes will happily take the night shift from here on out, transforming your garden into a place of effortless growth and joy.